Hello and welcome back to the NBL's Season 3 11s. We have the Stallions FC versus MRUFC. Now, just a bit of team analysis on both teams. The Stallions FC, they are a flair team. They're very skillful and creative in tight spaces. As for MRUFC, well, they are very disciplined and organized. They're not as flashy as Stallions FC, but they are very effective at doing what they love. Definitely going to be a very exciting game here tonight. For those of you tuned in to the previous game, of course, we had Titans versus Westgate FC. But right now, we have Stallions versus MRUFC. We're looking forward to seeing some wonderful football and some wonderful plays here from both teams tonight. For the Stallions squad, we have a 4-3-3 lineup. Jose, Rio, Kunk, Anav, Ashram, Jaden, Edmund, and Sunil are some of the names that are very prominent on this team. For MRUFC, they also have a 4-3-3 lineup. Songsha, Taushif, Vivek, jersey number 30, Sanyap, Jerry, Kushal, Bipin, and Ravesh. Those are just a few of the names that we'll be calling out here tonight. A lot of them are going to be profiled. A lot of them are definitely looking for that chance to score here tonight. And we're looking forward to seeing exactly what they bring to the table in this game. Let's have a bit of a team huddle over here. Just waiting for the seconds to tick by for that beautiful, exciting kickoff to begin. Both teams have a lot to prove. As you said, it's 1, 2, 3. We're ready to go. Just waiting for the kickoff to begin. Getting that pep talk in, getting that enthusiasm, getting the group all fired up. Both squads are ready to go. They're amped up. Excitement is so feverish. You can really taste it on the pitch. For those of you who are just joining right here tonight, here who are the team layups. We have Stallions FC versus MRU FC. Both teams are definitely ready to go. We're just starting off here with a few passes and throws. Header up in the air. Good save by the goalkeeper. Over to MRU FC. MRU with possession. MRU advancing, carrying it forward. Deflected by Stallions. Stallions regaining possession. Sending it back to the goalkeeper. Stallions with possession in the midfield, looking to advance. 2 minutes game, and this game is still really ramping up. Just getting started, and we're seeing a lot of counter plays on both sides. A lot of good attempts at the goal, even in the first 2 seconds. Now we're 2 minutes in. The game is just getting started. Seeing a lot of fierce counter plays. MRUFC looking to advance, passing it forward in the defense. Here in the midfield, carrying it forward, advancing forward with a lot of momentum. Bit of a trip, nothing to stop him. Goal kick up in the air. Everyone is fighting for possession. Mad dash towards the goal. Just out of bounds. Corner kick. Saved by the goalkeeper and the defense. Right out of bounds. Throw in. MRUFC with possession, making a dangerous advance. They have the possession yet again. Should be a throw in. Passing it forward, back to the goalkeeper. Up in the air. Nice header. Stallions advancing. Stallions with possession. MRUFC tackling it. Aiming with that possession of the ball. Beautiful dribbling. Stallions regaining it. Can they find a way? Can they find that opening? Very lot of tension here. Surge it forward with a beautiful header that looks to be a goal. A brilliant one chance, one finish. They had the chance. They definitely took it. The decision does indeed confirm that is a goal for Stallions FC. It was a beautiful header into the goal. And that too, within just 5 minutes, Jose was a scorer for Stallions FC. Jose, all props to you. That was beautifully done. Now it's Stallions up with a notch on the scoreboard. All pressures on MRUFC to equalize. They're definitely looking to do it. Looking for opportunities, looking for openings, wherever they can find them. They're definitely fighting with a lot more aggression now. You can definitely see what Stallions FC was attempting to do. Really stretching the play wide, aiming to make sure that they were able to score that goal. Spreading the defense very thin. They had their opportunity. They had a very narrow window opportunity, and it took it. They took it with relish. Over to MRUFC. Can they make an attempt? Not if the goalkeeper has anything to say about it. Up in the air. What a goal that was. What a move. Absolutely a smashing start for Stallions FC. You could see they made an opportunity, a bit of an error there. They capitalized on it. It's not to be this time. Over to MRUFC. MRUFC with possession. There's a fight for the ball though. Stallions was able to fend it off. Well done for them. Stallions FC bringing the hype here tonight. 5 minutes in and they scored their goal. Quite an unbelievable goal it was too. They might be attempting for a second. MRUFC attempting counter-attack after counter-attack. Not able to quite find it yet. Stallions advancing yet again. This looks to be quite promising. Or it would be, had the ref not ruled it offside. Kick is awarded to MRUFC. Going long, going wide. Can they capitalize on that momentum? They lost quite a bit of it in just under 10 minutes. The score stands at Stallions FC 1, MRUFC 0. A strong start for Stallions FC. Quite a disappointing one for MRUFC, but they have a lot of chances. The game is still quite early. We're still in the first half. Goal kick. Up in the air. Let's see who gets possession. Stallion says, let me take a trick at it. No, MRUFC, it's mine. It belongs to me. The goal and the ball must be mine. Stallions FC advancing back, sending it back to the goalkeeper. Surging it forward. Seeing a lot of passes here. If I were to calculate, I would say so far, MRUFC probably has a lot more possession, just a little bit more. But it does not matter because Stallions FC has that goal. MRUFC, they have to find that counter-attack. They have to find that opening. Rest assured, they'll have plenty of chances. As I mentioned, Stallions FC, in the beginning of the game, the analysis was they're a very flair team. You know, they have skillful and creative advantages when they're in tight spaces. And a tight space it was with that goal. It was a very tight opening for them, but they were able to score and land forward with that beautiful header by Jose. So MRUFC, they're disciplined. They have maybe not as much flashiness, but they can be quite effective. And we're looking to see if they can translate that effectiveness into some goals. Throw in. There'll be a redo of that throw in. For MRUFC, looking for that pass. Stallions with possession, carrying that momentum forward. This could be a fierce attack incoming. Definitely dancing past the defensive line. Up in the air. Can the goalkeeper save it? Yes, he can. Briefly. But the defense was too strong. Still quite early in this game. Stallions FC on full steam ahead. You can see a lot of momentum on their side. Truly a juggernaut of a team. When it comes to stylish counter plays and when it comes to stylish goals. Throw in. Could MRUFC have an advantage here? None of the defensive lines has anything to say about it. Passing forward, MRUFC. Carrying it forward, looking for an opportunity. They might have it, and it's ruled offside. Goal kick. Who's up in the air looking to see who has possession. Stallions FC. Ball is awarded to MRU. MRU advancing. Back to the goalkeeper. He's eager to have it. MRUFC well in hand. Slowly advancing. Stallions with the counter-attack, picking it up. Saved by the goalkeeper. He had to search forward. Ball goes wide up in the air. You see a lot of momentum, a lot of thrust, a lot of power placed in that ball. Some phenomenal playing here tonight. Passing it forward. And you see, both teams are going to try very different approaches. Stallions FC, they've scored that one goal. They can afford to be on the defense a little bit. Perhaps they want to go on the attack. Perhaps they want to stay on the defense. They have some options. But for MRUFC, they have to remain constantly on the attack. They have to find that opening somewhere here, there, anywhere. Some are going to be pressing high, some are going to be sitting compact, and some are going to be hitting on the break. Definitely keep an eye on how both these teams use their wings, control the midfield, and create some space in tight areas. That, of course, is Stallion FC. That is their specialty. Throw in. Wide up. Stallions FC looking to advance, looking to find that opening. They found one already. Can they find a second? Make it a twin. It's a beautiful, cool, crisp night here today. Perfect time, perfect season to play the beautiful game. Both teams are definitely giving their all with the NBL 11's Season 3. The night, of course, is still very dangerously young. Both teams are giving it their all. You've seen a lot of plays, you've seen a lot of counter plays from both sides. Surging forward. Stallions in possession with a beautiful header. Advancing forward, here could be an opportunity. If not for the defense, they had to carry it long, they had to carry it forward. It might be out of there. That's exactly what they wanted. That ball went so high, it almost looked as if it was going to go out of orbit. Such was the thrust on that kick. Rocketed across the field. Stallions FC fighting for possession. Advancing forward. Offside. It was a lucky break for MRUFC. Perhaps they planned it that way. Goal kick. Stallions FC with possession. Taking it slow. Biding that time. Giving it back to the goalkeeper. Making a few plays here and there. Few passes. Keeping things light. Keeping things quite friendly. I would say they could afford to keep things friendly because they had that beautiful goal. MRUFC looking to counter-attack. The pressure's on. The night might be cool, but MRUFC might very well be sweating. Goal kick. Sending it forward. Tussle for control of the ball. Attempted a tackle right there. Could have been quite dangerous. Nice dribbling. Almost a pickup. Perilous opportunity. Unfortunately, taken away from them. MRUFC. MRUFC making some attempts. Good to see that. This could be one of them. Send it in. MRUFC with that possession. Picked up by Titans. Intercepted. And yet again is out of their hands. Oh, you hate to see it. Fans of both teams can rest assured you're going to see some formidable football from both sides. This is only the first half, and it's already been quite exciting. Another save from the goalkeeper. Over to Stallions. MRUFC going wide. See a lot of calls, a lot of plays being made. Both teams are assessing the situation. Stallions FC are reassessing, trying to see if they can find a way to get another goal. MRUFC looking for some opportunities, looking to get that opening. Haven't quite found it yet. Still, hope could spring anew in the second half. They can pick up right where they left off. Goal kick. Oh, you can see them advance. Beautiful, a beautiful goal. I do believe that one was an absolute stunner. Another goal by Stallions FC. They've definitely made their mark on the map. Oh, that is beautiful football. Beautiful, beautiful. Quick, sharp, top notch from Stallions FC. It was looking to be a bit touch and go, but all of a sudden it came in really fast, really with a stunner. Stallions FC with a second goal. MRUFC are definitely up against a wall right now. Kanik was the goal scorer for Stallions FC. Kanik, beautiful. An absolute closer with that one. Could very well be the goal to win the match. MRUFC has to bring their A game now. Either now or in the second half. They have to redouble, they have to find a way out of this. As for Stallions FC, all they have to do is rest easy. Just keep being aggressive, just keep adapting, just keep moving forward, finding that opportunity, and of course, shooting with style. The player is down for a bit, Stallions FC. Picks himself up right away. Now, in every game, but especially this game, there are split second decisions. After Stallions FC, it wasn't even hesitation. There was no hesitation at all. It was just send it forward. Let's get another goal. You'd love to see it. Kanik with that goal, Bowden with full force. MRUFC, they have to find a counter attack now. So far, what they've tried has not been able to work. Maybe they have to try a different angle. One goal was bad enough for MRUFC. A two, however, is quite formidable. As seconds tick by, that has to weigh on them constantly. Will they be able to counterattack? And if so, who will be the man of the hour? Sending it back forward. Conscious play. I like it. As with all games, they take twists and turns. MRUFC looking to advance. Goes in the arms of the goalkeeper. He was waiting for it. Went directly to him. Surges long. Throw in. Nicely dribbled. Beautiful kick there. You can see with this first half, Stallions FC, they've definitely regained a lot of the possession. That could definitely explain away why they've been able to score two goals. And MRUFC has been placed on the defensive. They continuously make these beautiful long passes, continuously amp up the pressure, continuously squeeze into these tight spaces. That is their specialty. They go on the attack and they never let up. MRUFC looking to find something. Still searching. Players down. Looking for some medical. Bit of a lull here in the game. So as we go over it, we can go over the counter plays and plays so far. The score stands at Stallions FC 2, MRUFC nil. That will be the halftime score. Stallions FC 2, MRUFC nil. Quite a strong start for Stallions FC. They made a lot of plays, a lot of aggressive forward plays, in fact. Two goals scored, one in the fifth, one in 5 minutes, and the second in 22 minutes. And as you go over the stats, it reflects it quite well. Stallions FC, of course, 2, MRUFC with nil. Shots on target, both of them were 2-0-0. Shots off target, MRUFC with just one. No real major saves on both sides and no major cards awarded to either side. But you can see Stallions FC coming in with a really dominant performance in the first half. Definitely looking forward to capitalize on that in the second half, I would think. And with MRUFC, they really have to bring the A game. They have to bring out and pull out all the stops when it comes to the second half. They have no choice. Definitely don't forget, like, comment, share, subscribe, and do stay tuned. There is a second half coming, and we look forward to seeing you there. Hello and welcome back to the second half of this beautiful game between Stallions FC and MRUFC. The score stands at Stallions FC 2, MRUFC nil. So far, Stallions FC with a very strong first half. MRUFC, can they find that counter-attack? They're looking to find it. They haven't found it yet. Only time will tell as to whether they are able to equalize or perhaps even score just one goal. And we're off. Stallions FC with possession. Sending it forward. Few passes here and there. Touch and go. Advancing forward. Nice sweep. Nice sweep. Over to MRUFC with possession. Stallions picking it up. There is a bit of a trend. They like to score as early as possible. Oh, beautiful, but unfortunately, it's too much power there. Surges above the goal. Nice bit of play there. Wasn't quite enough. Over to the goalie. Goal kick. Up in the air. Stallions FC advancing. Picked up by the defense. MRUFC. Nice search. Stallions FC making an attempt at the goal. Beautifully saved by the goalkeeper. Could have been very close to disaster. There's quite a bit of wind over here now on the pitch. Perhaps the winds of fortune may even favor Stallions FC, or perhaps he will turn and shift in the favor of MRUFC. MRUFC looking for an opening anywhere, somewhere. Can they find it? Stallions FC resting easy. Really, they're just playing the waiting game at this point. Hasn't stopped them from being as aggressive as possible in the first few opening seconds of the second half. For once, Stallions FC are on the defensive. Quite a rare case throughout the game. But here's an opportunity. Can they pick it up? See now, a lot nice and calm on the ball, building from the back, as one might say. Looking to promote, looking to upgrade. Goes forward. Past the goal. In order for the game to open up, MRUFC has to score that much wanted and much desired goal. They've not been able to do so in the first half, but there's still quite a bit of time in the second half. Just one goal would take a lot of the pressure off their shoulders. Might be a good start for something. Goal kick. Up and away. Over to Stallions. Stallions with possession. Stallions carrying it forward. MRU picking it up. MRU FC looking to make some passes. Stallions FC may specialize in tight finishes, but MRU FC is the one who's in a tight corner right here. Will be a goal kick. Goes very long and very wide. You love to see that. Over to MRU FC. Goal kick. Up and away. MRU FC with possession. Can they turn this into an advantage? The defense says no. So far, 5 minutes in, not much has really changed. There's been quite a few attempts at the goal from both sides. Stallions FC with a lot more attempts, of course. They have the advantage. They have the advantage of time and they have the advantage of goals. A lot of counter plays over here. Tension ramping up at the goal. Nice header. Could be dangerous. Bit of a tackle there. Fierce tackle. Over to MRU FC. MRU FC attempting a goal. Beautifully saved by the goalkeeper of the Stallions. Really wasn't a chance actually for MRU FC. They had to take it back forward. Rewind time perhaps. There is no chance though. Time is ticking. What we're looking to see from MRU FC is perhaps a lot more aggression, a lot more attempts at openings. The way the ball was going could have been a handball there. Over to the goalkeeper. Up in the air. Nice kick. This were American rugby, that would be a beautiful throw, but this is football. Football is an entirely different beast. It's a beautiful game for a reason. There's a lot of finesse and a lot of strategy that goes into it, not just brute force. You have to watch your speed, you have to watch your energy, you have to watch your momentum. There's a lot that goes into it. Stallions FC has displayed all of that in spades and more in this game. MRU FC looking to have a counter-attack somewhere. For them, the window of opportunity slowly begins to come to a crawl. They have to take their chances where they find it. Could this be it? Lining up for the kick. A lot of anticipation weighing on his shoulders. Where will it go? Far too long, unfortunately. Surges above the goal. Stallions FC maintaining possession. Now they have the ball well in hand, looking to advance. Can they score a third goal? Can they score a hat trick? Not this time, it would seem. Over to MRUFC. It's been a bit of a seesaw for control of the ball, but now it advances with full force. Here's an attempt. Can they do it? Can they move it past the finish line? There was an attempt. The defense seems to be gearing up. Might have been a missed opportunity there. But here's another one. Picked up yet again by the defense. Stallions FC with a strong and formidable defensive line. Both teams, of course, have a similar formation. And now it goes over to the other side. And then the opportunity was lost. How quickly the game turns. First, Stallions had the advantage, then MRUFC, then Stallions yet again. From one side to the next, counterplay, play, goes back and forth. Stallions FC going long. Could this be an attempt? They're ramping up for it. A beautiful save by the goalkeeper. You can hear even the audience registers it quite well. That was indeed quite a beautiful and delicious save. From what could have been a very deadly situation. MRUFC advancing forward, maintaining the possession, trying to find the footing. Back to the goalkeeper. Safe move, but an honourable one. Stallions advancing past the midfield, into the centre, into the other side of the pitch, out of bounds. Thwarted yet again. Tussle for control of the ball. Over to MRUFC. MRUFC with a pickup. Beautifully picked up by them, but saved by the defense and the goalkeeper. They had quite a bit of momentum there. All of a sudden was lost by just a few split seconds. Stallions FC on the advance, powering forward. Up in the air and saved by the goalkeeper. MRUFC advancing out of bounds. One thing can be said for MRUFC, even if they might be disappointed by how the score looks right here, they have definitely given their all in their second half. A lot of aggression, a lot of speed, a lot of momentum. Unfortunately, hasn't translated to goals just yet. But time is a ticking. Perhaps the pressure might actually spark something truly amazing. And perhaps not. Either way, this has been a truly exciting game. Stallions FC definitely on the offensive. 45 minutes in, we're in the second half. Stallions FC remains with 2 goals scored. MRUFC nil. Still so far nil. Football is a game of speed and precision and endurance. Stallions FC can afford to endure quite a bit with 2 goals scored. MRUFC has to give it their all. They have to really kick things into overdrive, as it were. Nice header from the goalkeeper. Up in the air. Back to the goalkeeper. Over to MRUFC. Nice feint. Sometimes you have to create these little opportunities, cracks in the wall. MRUFC has not been able to quite crack into Stallions FC's defensive line. See, the atmosphere is lively, filled with enthusiasm, especially on the side of Stallions FC and their fans. They have the upper hand so far. They've had it all throughout this game, ever since they scored that second goal. Real punch to the gut for MRUFC, unfortunately. Whistle is blown. Just take your time. Aim with precision. Find your footing. Good one. Good save there. What you've seen is a slog of a second half, especially for MRUFC. It's been an exhausting, often disappointing game for them. You love to see their spirit though. Their spirit has not broken at all. That's the case with a lot of these games. You can't afford to let up. You can't afford to give in to despair. Hope is always there. Hope spring is eternal. Even if you lose one game, you bounce back in the second one. And here Stallions FC looks to bounce back with a goal. A goal. A beautiful goal. That is a third goal for Stallions FC. I don't believe it. And yet there it is. What a finish. An absolutely clinical goal from Stallions FC. Delivered with precision and finesse. And that pretty much seals the deal for MRUFC. It's quite the unfortunate situation for them. 3 goals scored for Stallions FC. 48 minutes in. See, Jose with a second goal in this game. Jose is definitely the man of the hour for Stallions FC. He scored 1 goal in the first half, and this is his second. Definitely a play to look forward to and look out for in future games. Over to MRUFC. Can MRUFC salvage another goal? Just one goal out of this game. One goal for them. It would be a very fortuitous goal for them. It would definitely lift their spirits quite a bit, significantly. One goal would show that at least they've come here to fight and they've come here to play. I think they definitely have the potential for it. All throughout this game, they've been playing defensive in the first half. In the second half, they came off with a lot of aggression. They couldn't find the opening just yet, but they could find it in the second half. As the seconds tick by, they have to find it as soon as possible. Fancy footwork from both teams. MRUFC on the attack. Can they catch up to the ball as it sears past? Not this time. This has been a game full with a lot of twists, mostly on Stallions FC side. In that case, they took a twist and they took a real long surge towards the goal. 3 times so far. They were able to get that hat trick. In some cases, they had to be quite fancy and stylish about it. A lot of finesse had to go to those goals. None of them were easy, all of them were earned. As the game slowly starts to draw to a close, takeaways from this, Stallions FC has definitely come into the round, into the match, into the ring with a bang. They've come here to fight. They've come here to prove themselves. The play of affair has really been quite surgical for Stallions FC. But here, there is an opportunity yet again for them. Penalty has been awarded. Can they score a fourth goal? Be quite the end to this game, quite the finale. It is a layup for them. It is quite the layup. Their easiest goal thus far. And it goes in. Yet another goal for Stallions FC. Truly, it was not even not even close. It was a layup for them. Quick, sharp, and deadly top football from Stallions FC. You'd love to see it. And that is some beautiful football at hand. That is pretty much the match set and done. And once again, it is Jose. Jose has scored a hat trick. Earlier, previously, there was goals in a hat trick. There were 3 goals scored. But Jose has scored 3 goals in this match with Stallions FC. He's going home proud today. His team is very happy with his performance tonight. A sensational squad and a sensational performance from Stallions FC. Nice save from the goalkeeper. Unfortunately for MRUSC, it did not go their way here tonight. That last goal was just insult to injury. A penalty kick awarded to Stallions FC. Quite unfortunate for them. But here is an opportunity to perhaps salvage one goal out of this game. There's just a few minutes left. Stallions FC has made their mark. They've made a statement. They said, "We're in and we're here to win." MRUFC looking to perhaps get one goal at the end of the day. What else is there to say? It is a beautiful game. It is a beautiful night. And tonight, Stallions FC will sleep quite comfortably, knowing they have definitely made their mark in the NBL's Season 3. Very strong finish for them. Stallions FC, they have a reputation for being a very creative team. They improvise, they make excellent plays, they make daring plays. They definitely brought all of that here tonight. Comes to head with another corner. Stallions FC not letting up. And that looked to be a goal. That looked to be a goal. Looking to see if the decision carries forward. So it is quite unfortunate for MRUFC. It is in fact a goal. Quite tragic for MRUFC. I'll say this about Stallions FC. They came come to play with very hard. They've definitely put on quite a performance, quite a show here tonight. Perhaps MRUFC can score one goal just to put their name on the map. This stage, even though the night is dark, there's still a chance. It is, of course, unfortunately, a self goal for MRUFC. It does happen sometimes, unavoidable in some games. Very bitter end for MRUFC. But they have many chances to come in future games. And they're definitely still a team to look forward to, a team to look forward out for. Uh, Definitely look forward to seeing more from them in the future. Seconds tick by slowly. MRUFC slowly waits for the seconds to tick by. No doubt waiting to huddle and waiting to plan ahead for the games to come. Stallions FC, they can just look to see what they have with this performance here tonight, look to improve on it. Perhaps next time they score 7 goals. And they're looking to go for a sixth. Look at the speed, look at the aggression on hand from Stallions FC. Even when they have all but one, it's undeniable. They have won this game, truly dominated this performance. They came in with 2 goals in the first half, 3 in the second half. Unfortunately, one was a self goal from MRUFC. But they're not letting up, they're still going on the offensive. You can see that they're looking to make this into a real stunner. Showstopper match. Goes long. Just under 2 minutes left and a bit of extra time perhaps. MRUFC, they'll have to rethink their strategy. Rethink how did it go wrong? How could we have done things differently? For Stallions FC, look to improve on what they've built here. Solid ground, foundations. A very kinetic performance from them here tonight. course, all things are made possible through teamwork. Stallions FC, they have Jose, who was able to do wonderfully here tonight with his hat trick of goals. But of course, Cunning scored a goal as well with the first half, and the whistle is blown. You can see a celebration from Jose here. A prayer, giving thanks. Things were made possible, divine intervention as well as from the team. Very dominant performance from Stallions FC. We're definitely looking forward to seeing more from them as the days and the weeks pass by. For MRUFC, they're looking to bounce back. This was a bad performance from them, a bad night for them, but they can definitely improve on it. They can definitely come back with full force in the games to come. As of right now, there's some excellent sportsmanship from both sides. Say what you will about MRUFC, but they definitely gave it their all. Things did not go their way, but they still fought on to the bitter end. It was a beautiful performance on both sides, and beautiful football. Definitely a wonderful match. And the full-time score stands at Stallions FC 5 with a very dominant performance of 5 goals to MRU FC's nil. And as we just go over the stats here today, Stallions FC 5 goals, MRU FC's 0. 2 shots on target for Stallions FC, 2 shots on target for MRU FC as well. 2 shots off target for Stallions FC, and 3 shots MRU FC. 1 save from MRU FC, critical save from them, and no cards awarded thus far. Definitely stay tuned. Don't forget to like, share, comment, and subscribe. And stay tuned for future matches to come. Thank you. I'd just like to thank our sponsor, Calvary Hospital, for sponsoring these games and many more to come. Thank you very much from the bottom of our hearts. Thank our sponsor, Metal, as well. Limits do not exist, and that is definitely the case for football games. We also thank our sponsor, prakrida.co.in. Definitely do check them out. Thank you very much. Next sponsor is Vortex Media Management. Wisecraft, great company. Definitely do check them out as well. Capella Builders, Itsuki, Player Nation. This is a nation of players all across the world, but especially here in the city. A nation of wonderful football players. And that'll be all. Do stay tuned for future matches to come. We'll see you soon.